Former All Blacks scrum half Steve Devine has detonated one of the most brutally honest assessments of New Zealand rugby in years, and his words will sting every Kiwi supporter who still believes the black jersey carries the same weight it once did. With the All Blacks suffering yet another historic defeat, this time to England, Devine has gone straight to the heart of the problem, and he didn't sugarcoat anything. He started with the obvious question: how did the most dominant rugby nation on earth lose its edge? Where I think we're struggling a little bit at the moment is there was a really big difference in performance around 2005, Devine told Sport Nation's The Rugby Run. We used to always be big and strong, but then we introduced a couple of specialist coaches from overseas who pretty much taught the country how to punt kick. We had some really good specialist coaches around tackling, really good specialist kicking, catching, passing coaches. Then came the punchline, the kind that hits like a shoulder to the ribs. I watched some of the passes on Saturday where we had made space, but it was a high bad pass. I really think our skill level ain't what it used to be. For a man who wore the black jersey, that is nothing short of an indictment. Devine says New Zealand once led the world in fundamentals because of those overseas specialist coaches, and that the All Blacks have slipped simply because those skills have eroded. The coaches went around all the provinces and introduced these skills, the drop punt kick, etc., and they had time with everyone, and our skill level went up. I don't think our skill level is where it once was. But he didn't stop at skill levels. Devine then attacked the pipeline itself, accusing New Zealand rugby of losing a generation of future stars long before they even reach Super Rugby. We do see a lot of kids being removed from schoolboy rugby, poached to go international, poached to go to Australia and play NRL. It's a major issue, he said. He went even deeper, invoking the names of legends who built the All Blacks dynasty. A lot of the Mama Nonus and a lot of the Conrad Smiths, a lot of those types of players are simply leaving our game, sometimes as young as 14, to go to Australia with an NRL club. Unfortunately, we're not winning that battle. We're not winning the battle of keeping kids into rugby. Read that again. We're not winning the battle of keeping kids into rugby. For a country that has always assumed the best talent will choose the All Blacks, hearing a former Test halfback admit that New Zealand are losing teenagers, not just players, teenagers, to other countries and other codes is nothing short of catastrophic, and it forces an uncomfortable question. Is New Zealand rugby crumbling from the inside? First ever losses to Ireland, Argentina, and now a record destruction against the Springboks, a first ever loss to Los Pumas in South America under Razor, a collapse at Twickenham, skill levels falling, talent fleeing. This isn't a slump, this is a crisis that Devine says has been building for years. What do you think? Is Steve Devine right that New Zealand rugby has lost both its skills and its future stars, or are the All Blacks just going through a temporary dip? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe to Kiwi Rugby updates for every explosive truth behind the All Blacks' decline.